Hello everybody and welcome back to today's episode. Alright, so yes, I was just here in the office this morning having a look at the overlay of the fields over at Mr. Walker's farm. So it looks like we've got a little bit of work to go and do over there. But first, let me quickly show you guys around what's happening over here at the house. So we did get a guy who started working today for us. So his name is Nick and he's going to be producing some planks for us, which we will hopefully be able to sell pretty soon. So yeah, there's a little bit of development. So as you guys see, we loaded the old motorcycle on the back of the Ford F450. So I'm going to go and drop this off over at Nick's house, because I'm kind of donating the bike to him, because he doesn't have his own transport. He's just borrowing his mum's car for today. So yeah, we're going to basically give the motorcycle to him free of charge. So yeah, I thought, well, since we're not going to be using it as much anymore, I don't really have a use for it. It's just taking up a bit of space around here. So I think let's just hand it down to somebody who really needs it. Alright, so without any further ado, let's get the old F450 fired up here. Right, we're going to go and drop this off over at Nick's house. So he said his mum is at home, so we can just go and drop it off there. Oop, there we go. Alright. Alright, and we've got traffic coming. Let's just quickly drive off. Okay. So luckily Nick doesn't stay too far, but it's a little too far for him to walk over to our house every day. So I think it's just going to be much better for him to use the motorbike. I told him he should just maybe consider getting himself a helmet. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit safer if he wears a helmet riding that thing. Alright, so yeah, the plans for today back at Mr. Walker's farm, we need to get the grass field fertilized. So that is one of the things we need to get sorted. And then also we are ready to sow some oats today. So we are going to be doing that as well. So we're going to try and sort all of that out. And I also need to go and maybe move the bales over to our new barn that we've got. So the guys actually did finish building it. Let's just get this bike off of the back of the pickup truck over here. Alright, so I believe that is Nick's house over there. So let's get on the bike over here. We're just going to ride it across the road quickly. Alright, so I did give this bike a little bit of a service. So it's actually running pretty great, pretty good. It should be fine for him to use it for quite some time without any problems. Alright, so there we go. That is sorted out. So now we're going to head over to Mr. Walker's farm. Let's quickly run across the road here. Alright, and see if we can get the people to start working. Alright, we just need to make a U-turn here quickly. Alright, let's head back the other way. Alright, so here we go. Let's get back to Mr. Walker's farm and see what we can get done for today. Alrighty, so here we are back at Mr. Walker's farm. We're just driving past the canola field here. It is starting to grow. It's definitely getting there. But it's a crop that's going to take quite some time for us to have it grown all the way. So the grass field already started growing again. So we just need to get some fertilizer sprayed on that, just so that the yield improves a bit. And then the field next to the canola field over here is going to be where we sow the oats today. But that is something we're going to sort out hopefully. And then as for the sunflowers, we're just going to hang in there just a little bit more. We're almost ready to do this as well. So I think that is probably something we'll do a little bit later, maybe by next week sometime. Alright, but yes, here we are. Right, so I think what we're going to do, we're going to... yeah, let's rather park the truck outside. Because the workshop is going to be very crowded if we park the truck in there every time. Alright, let's just... stop right over here. Alright, so I think first things first, we are going to just quickly open up the workshop because I want to grab the Kubota once again. Alright, so there it is. Alright, we'll get that door opened. Alright, let's fire this thing up. We're going to go and grab a tractor that is going to be able to handle the fertilizer spreader. Right, so there we go. We'll just park it up over here. Great stuff. Alright, let's hop out. We're gonna figure out what tractor we're going to use for the fertilizing. I think the 7R should actually do it. Yeah, we actually need a little smaller tractor for these types of work on the farm, because this is a little bit overkill for pulling a fertilizer spreader around, but I guess it's it'll still get the job done. Right, so how is this tractor doing on fuel? It's I think it's a little bit low. Alright, so let's just maybe park this here and get this filling up while we open up the barn. Alright, so while that's filling up, let's quickly pop open the barn over here. Alright, my goodness, yeah, this spreader is actually very dirty, but that's the lime spreader, I think. If I'm not mistaken, this over here is the fertilizer spreader. I'll just have to see what's inside here quickly. Okay, so this fertilizer spreader over here has got the fertilizer in it, so it's actually a little bit the wrong way around. I would actually like to put the lime in the bigger one, and then we'll use the smaller one for the fertilizer in the future. So that might be something we can sort out after today's work has been done. Right, so tractor is nice and filled up. So yeah, nice full tank. Alright, let's get the fertilizer spreader hooked up, which is extremely dirty still. Alright, let's see. We can get this hooked up. There we go. Alright, perfect. So that is ready to rock and roll. Alright, I think we might actually have to open this door over here. It's just going to make it easier to get all of the equipment in and out of the barn for today. Alright, so let's quickly grab one of the workers to start doing the fertilizing for us here. Alrighty, so there we go. We've got a worker that's going to do the fertilizing for us. So that's going to go fairly quick actually with that size spread that we've got on that machine. Alright, so now we need to get a tractor that is going to be able to do the oats for us on that field over there. Alright, we'll just pop into here. I think, if I'm not mistaken, John Deere over here. Yeah, this is the one we got back from the service the other day. Alright, so it also needs diesel, so we're going to go and fill that up as well. Alright, but first let's get the seeder connected up. Right, so the seeder is over there. So we did clean it up after we used it the last time, so that is looking better. The planter over there, we still need to get that washed, but we haven't used it yet, so we'll just wash it once we use it again. Right, let's come over here and just get this thing hooked up as well. Right, perfect. So that is all connected up and hooked up. Everything seems to be good. Alright, let's just open this barn door as well. Alright, let's quickly get this thing filled up as well. And we'll also just check the seeds, if we've got enough seeds for the field inside as well. Alright, so let's drive around this way. Alright, so here we are. Just going to fill up this tractor with diesel as well, and I'll quickly just check the seeds and the solid fertilizer in this seeder as well. Alright, so the tractor is now filled up with diesel again, so we should be golden to start doing the work on the field today for this. Alright, so I did notice we are a little bit low on solid fertilizer in the seeder, so we are just going to go and top that up quickly. Right, so we've got some silos next to the barn over here. I think that is liquid fertilizer, and the middle one is lime, and then this one over here should be where we can get the fertilizer. Alrighty, so I had it the wrong way around. This was actually the liquid fertilizer, so the solid fertilizer is over there. So we just quickly filled that up, so we are good to go. Alright, so let's just close our cover over there as well. And we're going to bring this tractor a little bit closer to the field. We're going to grab one of the workers to start doing the oats for us as well, and get this sorted out for today. Alright, and there we go. So everybody has been put to work. So the guy busy with the fertilizing has still got a couple of passes to do there, so I think he should be done very soon. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we are going to go over to Mr. Walker's house side where the cow barn is, because we need to go and transport some more slurry. The slurry is getting a little bit full, so we are going to need one of the semi-trucks to go and fetch the slurry tanker, but I think the Scania is connected up to it. I think I did connect it up to the slurry tanker, so we just need to get over there to get the tanker. So we are going to drive the Ford F450 rather than the Kubota, because it's a little bit faster. Alright, so here we go. Let's head over to the factories where the slurry tanker is. Just gonna see if we can do maybe 1 or 2 trips of slurry today, because we need to get rid of that. It's kind of starting to pile up quite a bit, and we might have to also feed the animals. I think the cow barn might be low on mineral feed, so we're going to see how that is also doing today. Alright, come on, there we go. Alright, perfect. So here we are. I think we'll just park up here next to the bales, which I actually need to move over to the new barn. So the guys did finish it, so it is ready for us to start using it. So I just need to get that sorted out. Alright, but we'll see if we get to this today. I don't know. I might actually do it off camera a bit. Alright, but yes, here we are. So the slurry tanker is hooked up already, so we can just jump into the Scania over here, which we got in the last episode. Alright, let's make our way over to Mr. Walker's house, so we can get the cow barn emptied out a little bit. We've got, I think, quite a lot of slurry in there, so this might take us a trip or two. Alright, so there we are. The slurry is busy filling up. So what I wanted to do is just quickly see if the goats have produced any goat milk yet, and if that is something we can also take over to the dairy maybe a little bit later today. As for the cow barn, they currently did produce a bit of milk over here, so we've got some milk stored in the barn over here. But I think our dairy is currently still full, so we're not going to be transporting the milk today, or the cow milk for that matter. We are going to be taking some of these pellets maybe over on a little bit later. Okay, so yes, the goats actually do look good. They've still got some hay bales over there. I did put an extra bale in front as well, so they are doing pretty well. And the cows actually do need mineral feed, so we are going to have to bring some mineral feed over a little bit later. But I think let's go and sort out this slurry first. So I did check, the slurry tank is currently at around 90,000 liters, and our tanker only takes 30,000 liters, so we should actually be able to do 3 full trips of this. So it's definitely going to keep us busy a bit. So I guess we'll maybe do all of the driving in a little bit of a time lapse for you guys. So I think let's get going, and I'll catch up to you guys once we are done with all of these slurry trips. So here we go.
Sun comes up over fields of gold. Tractor hums as the day unfolds. Dust kicks up from the old dirt road. This is how my story's told. The rooster crows, I've been off since dawn. Plow the fields, keep this farm strong.
Alright, there we go. So the first load of slurry has been delivered, so we've got 2 more trips to do for today. and then we'll get back to the farm and we'll see if we can get the slurry tanker cleaned up a bit, because it is absolutely filthy. And this is one of the things that we haven't cleaned up yet. And I might actually go through the trailer as well and just make sure everything is still fine with it. Do a little bit of maintenance. Alright, well, let's get back to the farm once again so we can do these last 2 trips of slurry. And then I'll catch up to you guys once we are heading back to Mr. Walker's farm again.
Corn rolls rise as daylight lawns to the rhythm of a country song. Life on the open road with the wind in my hair and a heavy load. Feel the freedom, feel the flow. Heart beats fast, let the good times roll. Barn doors creak, hay stacked high. Rain or shine, we're getting by. Living simple, living right. Underneath that big blue sky. Cows are grazing, kids playing near. Old dog chasing round the gear. Nothing fancy, but we're sincere. This is where the love is clear. Life on the open road with the wind in my hair and a heavy load. Feel the freedom, feel the flow. Heart beats fast, let the good times roll. Cows are grazing, kids playing near. Old dog chasing round the gear. Nothing fancy, but we're sincere. This is where the love is clear. Life on the open road with the wind in my hair and a heavy load. Feel the freedom, feel the flow. Heart beats fast, let the good times roll. Heart beats fast, let the good times roll.
Alright, so there we go. That is all of the slurry now dropped off over here at the animal dealer. So we are about to head back to the farm once again. So as you see, it has started raining, so it's definitely not ideal for trying to clean up equipment, but I guess it's still something that has to be done. So I think at least it'll be a little bit cleaner than it currently is once we have put a little bit of pressure washer to these vehicles. Alright, so let's make our way back over there and see if we can get this sorted out. Alright, so here we are, and we are just going to grab the pressure washer again to try and clean up this trailer at least. The truck still seems to be fairly clean, so I don't think that's really something we need to worry about, but this trailer is absolutely filthy. Alright, so let's give this a little bit of a wash, even though it is raining. So yeah, that's just gonna be a little bit better, seeing as this is not going to be so full of mud and grime anymore. Alright, I think that looks a bit better at least. Right, and I see the guy with the fertilizer is done with his job, so that is looking pretty good. So we'll see what needs to be done next. I think the guy with the oats field is probably also almost done. So we should be able to get that field rolled as well. Alright, but I think that trailer is looking a little bit better. Alrighty, let's just pop this back onto there. Alright, I think let's actually hop into this tractor. We're just going to bring this fertilizer spreader a bit closer. Going to put this by the workshop. Alright, so I think if we just back it up towards the workshop, because I haven't done any maintenance to this thing yet, so might actually give us a bit of an opportunity to sort this out as well. Alright, we just need to be careful of not running into our semi-truck there. And we're not going to get up that curb. Alright, let's just dodge that curb as well from the way station. Okay, we'll run over it a little bit. Alright, we'll just put it right over here. I don't think I'm going to fit if I try and push this all the way into the workshop, so we'll just leave it there for now. Although, no, it might actually fit. But yeah, it's okay. We'll just have a look at it a little bit later on. Alright, so right now we're going to see if we can get the roller hooked up. The roller is actually back here. Okay. Just kind of forgot where I put it the last time. Okay, so there it is. We can get that hooked up. Alright, let's bring it over here. Alright, so the roller is connected up, so I think we should be almost done on the oats field as well. Let's just see where this guy is. He's probably on the other end of the field. Alright, so let's quickly see if we can find somebody who's going to be able to start rolling this for us. Alright, and there we go. So the guy is busy rolling the field for us now. He's just starting out. And I also asked I told the other guy he can actually bring the tractor back to the workshop, so he's also on his way. Alright, so what I wanted to do still is we needed to transport some mineral feed over to Mr. Walker's cow barn. So we are going to take the semi back to the factory so we can get the Ford F450. Right, so let's go and drop off the semi. We'll get the F450 from there. We'll take it back to Mr. Walker's barn and grab the International. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on today again. Alright, let's see if we can merge with the traffic here. Alright, luckily no cars behind us, so let's keep going. Alright, and I must say this Scania is actually doing an amazing job. It definitely, yeah, doesn't struggle towing the trailers. It's got a little bit more horsepower than the Mack truck. I think this has got a 730 horsepower engine in it. The Mack truck I think only produces like 500 horsepower, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, let's see if we can maybe just nosedive this in today. Just going to park it up right here next to the milk tanker once again. Alright, that is looking pretty good. We should be fine. At least we are under the carport. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, perfect. So now let's get into the F450 so we can go and pick up the tipper truck. Alright, and this rain is just going to make all of the vehicles dirty again, but that's okay. We'll sort it out when it's necessary again. Alright, let's get over to Mr. Walker's cow barn, and we're going to grab the International tipper. We might actually have to use the flatbed as well if we are going to transport the milk over. So yeah, it's definitely a lot of tasks that we need to get done. Alrighty, so we've got the tipper truck just fired it up, so let's quickly go and grab some mineral feed for the cow barn. So we might actually do 2 trips of this, seeing as we actually tend to run out quite quickly of mineral feed. Alright, there we go. So we've got some mineral feed loaded. Okay, I see the worker just brought the tractor back from the field, so it's parked there. We'll get that sorted out a bit later on. Clean up everything once again. Alright, so let's quickly go and dump the mineral feed into the cow barn so that we can come back for another load. think at least 2 loads should last a little bit longer than just always carrying the one over. Alright, so there we go. So we can just tip it like this. Not going to get out because it is absolutely pouring with rain. Right, so that is sorted. So let's quickly head back for another load. And we can also get that put into the cow barn. And yeah, then the feeding robot should be able to make food again for the cows. Let's just see. Whoa, that was close. Alright. You just gotta watch out for the traffic because people are a little bit crazy up and down this main road. Alright, so let's just park here quickly. Fill it up again. Alright, so all loaded up, so we are good to get back there. And let's just go and sort this out. Alright, and there goes a second load of mineral feed into the cow barn. So I think everything is kind of sorted now. Let's just have a quick glance at the silage. Yeah, that's also running a little bit low, so we might bring some silage over. The hay is actually looking pretty good. Still got a excess bale over there as well. Alright, so let's quickly go and get the flatbed truck so we can load those pallets. Alright, so we've got a little bit of goat milk ready to go back over to the dairy. Alright, so that part of the job is done. Now we can quickly hop into the flatbed. Alright, so we'll just bring the flatbed nice and close. We've still got to leave a little space for the forklift to maneuver here. Alright, so we'll just park up over there. And my goodness, this rain is just terrible. But okay, it's part of nature, nothing we can do about it. Alright, let's see if we can get these pallets loaded. I think once again we'll just take everything that is currently here. We're not going to bother worry if it's not a full pallet. Right, let's see if this is going to work. Alright, easy does it. There we go. Alright, so first one is loaded. Let's grab the other ones. Alright, come on, easy does it. There we go. Alright, hook it up. Right, this one we'll just put behind this one, and the other one we'll go and put it around the other side. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Alright, last one. Alright, let's get this last one on there as well. Alrighty, there we go. Perfect. So that is all of the milk pallets loaded, so we should be good to park the forklift, and we're going to just go and drop this off at the dairy. Alright, there we go. Perfect. We'll just lower the forks back down. Alrighty, let's quickly just put some straps on this. Alright, that should do the trick. Alright, let's get this over to the dairy so we can just sort this out. Alright, and we are back at the dairy. So we're just quickly going to offload the pallets of milk here, and then I think while we are on this side of the farm, we might actually just go and fetch some silage bales because we are running a little bit low on silage. Alright, there we go. So that is dropped off. So we are ready to head over to the barns where the bales are stored. Okay, so we're going to try and see if we can load some bales and just get them into the cow barn as well. Alrighty, so here we are over at the silage bale barn. So we're just going to take 6 bales once again. So let's quickly hop into the little John Deere over here. and just see if we can get them loaded up. So yeah, just gotta make sure everything is adjusted properly. Alright, we'll just come and make a nice U-turn over here. So let's line this up. We're just going to take 2 at a time, so otherwise our little tractor won't handle it too well. Right, there we go. So that's the first 2. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit tricky the way that I hook them up now. I'm going to see if we can maybe push them a bit forward afterwards a bit. Alright, let's see. Yeah, we are definitely going to have to move them forward. Alright, so there we go. This is going to be the last 2 bales I need to load. Had a bit of trouble and the bales were sort of not working with us. So yeah, luckily I did manage to get them sort of loaded onto the flatbed. Alright, there we go. Let's just make sure it's put down. Might have to tilt it a bit forward. And yeah, that is what happened. So I'm going to see if I can have a word with Mr. Walker about maybe getting a nice big trailer for this, because this little truck is definitely not the easiest to load it up with. But yeah, let me see if I can get this sorted out, and I'll bring you guys back up to speed once we are ready to head over to the cow barn once again. Alright, so there we go, guys. So I did damage the one bale a little bit, the plastic wrapped around it, so we're just going to load it like that. So I was actually kind of thinking that we do actually have got the perfect trailer for this job. It's the gooseneck trailer in the workshop. So I'm going to maybe give that a bit of a try first and see how it will work out for the next time we need bales. So I think that might be worth a shot, just giving it a try. Alright, but let's get this over to the cow barn and see if we can get those cows fed. Alrighty, so here we are over at the cow barn, just getting everything unstrapped, and we're going to grab the forklift and just shove them into that silage hall over there. Alright, so here we are with the forklift, so let's quickly get these bales off of this truck of ours. And yeah, this rain is sort of starting to slow down a bit. So let's just see if we're going to have a little bit of a sunny day for the rest of the day. Will always be good. Alright, there we go. We'll just put it down over there. Alright, so there we are, that is sorted out. So now at least we've got a little bit more silage in the cow barn. So I don't think it'll last very long. But I am going to go and test out the gooseneck trailer for loading the bales. I'll maybe actually do that off camera just to see if it's going to work out a bit better. Because the little flatbed truck actually doesn't do too bad. It's actually perfect for handling the pallets of milk. But for the bales it's a little bit too small, and you've got to be extra careful in loading them onto the truck. And one wrong move and they actually fall off. So I think it might be worth a shot giving the gooseneck trailer a go. Right, let's go and get this thing parked up once again, then we can head back to the farm and just see how the workers are doing. I think the guy on the field rolling is still busy. Alright, let's just park it over here. I think that's fine. We actually parked it in the wrong spot, but that's okay. So I actually wonder if we shouldn't move this tractor over to the farm on that side, because then we can at least use this for doing the lighter work. Because I think this is only here for using the straw blower over here, which is not really, doesn't really need to have a dedicated tractor down here for this, but I guess it's what the previous farm manager did. Alrighty, let's get back to the farm and see how the guy is doing with the rolling of the field. Alrighty guys, so here we are just quickly having a look at the field. and it looks like he's just about done. Alright, so yeah, it looks like he's standing still, so I'm just going to signal him to bring the tractor back, unless no, wait a minute, he's still got maybe a pass or two to do over here. Just hop out a second. Okay, yes, so he's still got to do a little bit of a patch over here, so that is all good. We'll just leave him to it. Alright, so let's get back to the farmyard and just wait for this guy to finish, then we can get all of the equipment cleaned up once again. But guys, I also think that is going to be where I leave today's episode. It's absolutely pouring with rain, and there's not really much that I can do about it. So I'm going to try and maybe wait around a bit for the rain to clear up, and then we'll get all of the equipment cleaned up and I'll do a little bit of maintenance again. Alright guys, so thank you so much for tuning in once again. I really appreciate every view, every like. And also, if you have not yet hit that subscribe button, please consider doing so. I will appreciate it very much. And I'll see you all in the next one.